Um, Hi. So I'm here defending Labrador, the company, and obviously there's like a lot of things that we need to figure out and sort out because like over the months it's been like a little complicated situation, and obviously like from our part we don't want to take any legal action. Um, and I'm sure you guys don't either because we have a good partnership going, and our past has been really respected by a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'm here on behalf of Reynolds, and we also just want to state that we don't want to take any legal action as well. We want to avoid that as much as possible. If need be, we can, but we really like to avoid it in any way. So that's where we're at right now too.
And for us, like the Camellia, like you guys have had like such an impressive, like successful, like movie productions and all these things. So we don't want to undermine that. But and also like all the creative aspects that you guys have had, we really like it, and we like recognize you guys for that too. But at the same time, us like Labrador, we feel that we're under a lot of financial pressure at the moment, and we need to make some like we want to kind of mitigate our risk and like all of our future predictions. So that's what we want to really work on.
Okay. So for us, we feel that we're not being respected as much as we should, in the sense that we feel like to have creative like autonomy, we need to have more flexibility with budgeting specifically. And I know like in the past, like financials have been an issue, and Camilla had like a couple bad years, but we think right now that we shouldn't focus on those two smaller instances where revenues weren't at the point that it should have been. But we think that with a higher budget and more flexibility, we'll be able to produce higher quality films that will ultimately result in a lot more revenue, or that will benefit both sides.
So so you're like basically like, the things you want to adjust are like the price and the budget, in which we can't really do much, or we want to be able to give you that, but also we need to be able to have some like financial overview and understanding of what's going on and what that is gonna like what you guys are gonna use with that money. From like the past, what do you think like has worked well so that we can like implement it in the future? You know, like any specific things that
so right now our focus is getting privileges and immunities out, and we want to do that in a timely manner. And I know that the opposing side wasn't feeling too great about privileges and releasing privileges, and they didn't really want to distribute it. But for us, we have worked with Jesse James a lot in the past, and just like looking at some financials, like his last documentary grossed 60 million, and when we're looking at our projections for privileges, we think that it's going to project to gross around 100 million, which for us, that partnership with him is very beneficial for both sides, like in creating like creative revenues. So we think that this is a really good financial opportunity for the both of us.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Like, I understand that you guys do want like full autonomy over a lot of things, but there's specific things that we have to like align, because we do want to like be able to form like a good outcome of this. But and we know that you guys have brought like a bunch of like success and stuff. It's just that increasing the budgets would like potentially not be the like option right now, but we can definitely like figure out different ways to do that.
Okay.
Because we know like the projected budgets usually are more than like what we have, like the 30 million stuff. So we have to figure that out.
So would you say that your side would be willing to co-release privileges together, or allow Camellia to produce with a different agency and foresee that non-compete agreement? Or do you guys?
I don't think so. Like, I think because of our contract, that what we've signed is you guys work with us, and we'll like provide you the money to be able to do like what you want. Also, like, obviously the management from our part has like a big responsibility in like our financials and all of that. So we want to be able to give you guys like the exact amount or around the estimate for you guys to have that like creative autonomy, but we can't like exceed such a big amount at the moment. So I think that as of like, also we want to protect like our reputation as well, like since like a lot of things have been kind of exposed. We don't want like our name and our brand to be looked in a different light, like a bad light, I would say. And so it's more just like we want to like control over like the budgets and like have like oversight of all the financials and like be able to give you that like creative autonomy, but also like on a more restrictive level. Do you guys like have any, what am I gonna say? Like, ideally, what is it that you guys would want? Like, obviously with like our interests, also like our financial stuff.
So right now, one of our biggest concerns is we really do believe that Privileges is going to be very good financially for the both of us, and so our priority right now is being able to release Privileges, and we just think that because it was purchased by Reynolds already, even though like it wasn't approved, underneath the non-interference clause, technically Statler can't interfere with this creative process. So for us, it's one about releasing Privileges, but it's also about like having that creative autonomy that we already agreed upon. So that's like a really big concern for us right now, is not being able to take risks financially and with the films, like in a creative like aspect.
So you're saying like if there's like with a small budget, you guys are not able to produce that, or
having a bigger budget will help us create higher quality films, and that in turn will result in higher revenues than maybe we thought would be possible before. And like with our projections, like if we do have that higher budget, then we do project that it will gross like around 100 million, which benefits both Labrador and Camellia.
And do you think like one of the ways we can work on this is like being able to, I wouldn't say like a timeline, but kind of like dividing up like the film and like the projects, so it's not like all in one. So like we're able to kind of like split up the budget, so we have like a prediction of what's like how much revenue we're gonna make, and so everything's kind of like controlled in this sense.
I think that could be a good idea in where maybe we can work out